Hey everybody, this is your girl Neat coming to you with part 4 of Y'all Ain't Gonna Believe What Happened to Russell. So I've already explained and let people catch up. I made a little Facebook post today, so gave y'all a little time to catch up with the story because we got to get right into it. We ain't got time for no whole array of snacks. All we got tonight is okay, we got to keep it going. So let's sit back because we got a lot of catching up to do to get everybody on board with what happened to Russell, because y'all ain't gonna believe this. So hold on. Uncle Junior moved so fast that neither the policeman nor Aunt Thea had a chance to say a word. Uncle Junior pushed Aunt Thea to the side. "Where is Russell?" "Sir, calm down, please. We have an APB out on him and the vehicle." Uncle Junior was inconsolable. He was wailing and flailing all over the place. How, Thea? How could you let somebody take Russell?" The policeman then stepped in and let him know that it wasn't Aunt Thea's fault, and that the thieves probably didn't even know that he was inside until they got out of the parking lot of the grocery store. Aunt Thea started explaining to Uncle Junior all of the events that had taken place from the moment she got out of the truck and everything that took place thereafter. He was not trying to hear it. Not at all. The rest of the family had been informed of what had happened, and several had made a mad dash to the house to try and calm Uncle Junior down because they knew how upset he could get and that he could possibly have a heart attack. The doctor had told him on his last visit to take it easy and start exercising a little, and that he needed to watch his cholesterol because it was extremely high. And also they found a little slight irregularity on his last EKG. Michael, who made it a priority to get to Aunt Thea and Uncle Junior's house with a quickness. He phoned his favorite cousin, and all she could do was hear Uncle Junior wailing in the background. Michael was giving her blow-by-blow details of everything that was going on in the house. He said Uncle Junior was treating Aunt Thea like crap. He also took the time to describe Aunt Thea's condition, where her outward appearance. Michael said Aunt Thea looked horrible, and no one had the heart to tell her, especially after what she and Uncle Junior were going through. Michael asked his cousin if she was sitting down. At that moment, she knew that Michael, unfortunately, was going to take this opportunity to make a joke out of the situation. So she informed him that indeed she was sitting. Michael informed her that he was going to start from Aunt Thea's head down to her feet, and he wasn't going to leave anything out. He started out with, quote unquote, "Where is your girl, your auntie, getting her wigs from? Skunks are us?" End quote. "Cuz, let me tell you." He stopped to giggle before he could start. "It looks like her wig is made up of a roll of steel wool, the kind of Uncle Bobby used to stuff the holes in the walls of his house with to keep the rats out. And the skunk piece has a white strip down the middle. And she has the nerve to have that wig on either backwards or sideways." He couldn't figure that thing out. Time and time again, she had tried to get Aunt Thea to do something with her natural hair and just let the wigs go. Aunt Thea had been apparently wearing the same wig she wore when she marched with King back in the day. Y'all know she marched with King with that wig on. Aunt Thea wigs were so old that the netting inside was just gone, and the wigs no longer held that grip. They just was sliding all over the place sometimes. You had to watch her with that. "Hey, cuz," Michael said in between giggling. "Aunt Thea ain't got on no makeup. I almost didn't recognize her at all. Hey, did you know Aunt Thea ain't got no eyebrows? Hell, she ain't got no face, because I guess she drew her lips on too." Michael paused and tried to be serious for a minute. "I know for sure that for Christmas, I have bought her robes and house shoes for at least the past 15 years of my life, as well as other family members, to include you. And your girl got on a raggedy old house duster with a safety pin in the middle holding it closed. She got on some gray socks or stockings that look old. Wait, Lord, them your girl's legs. I'm going to need her to really use some Jergens or some Vaseline. Hell, go in the kitchen and just use some lard. Grease up, because your girl was ashy." She was laughing so hard her side hurt because Michael would make a joke out of a sad occasion, which was actually the way he coped with things. At their grandfather's funeral a few years back, before they closed the casket, Michael tapped their grandmother on the shoulder and asked if he could get the tie that Grandpa was wearing, seeing that he wasn't going to really need it anymore, and that he heard he paid too much money for it anyway. That sent their grandmother over the edge, but it made Michael cry laughing until tears rolled down his cheeks, which he wanted to have happen anyway, so that he could cry without anyone realizing that he was actually grieving for his grandpa, who took Michael fishing, taught him how to change tires, always gave him the loose change in his pocket, let him look at the little girly magazines, and even let him cuss like a sailor when he hung out at the garage with his grandpa and his friends. She had to interrupt Michael and ask, "Well, Michael, what is Uncle Junior doing now?" He informed her that Uncle Junior was following Aunt Thea around the house asking her, Why you ain't watch him?" Now, how does she know running in the store for a few minutes will cause the truck to be stolen, hence, with Russell inside? Hell, he should have kept his little spoiled, whining ass at the house. She thought that in her head. She did not say that out loud. Uncle Junior could hear that. Michael said that he overheard the policeman outside talking and saying that the abduction of Russell would probably end tragically, and there had been no call for ransom at all. Uncle Junior took a deep breath from cussing Aunt Thea out and made a frantic phone call to his longtime friend Sunshine Tony, who had a daughter named Melissa who worked for one of the local television stations, and she agreed to come to the house and do a heartfelt Thanksgiving story on the car theft and apparent abduction of Russell. Thanksgiving wasn't going to be like the family had planned. This would be the first year that Uncle Junior would not contribute his famous Thanksgiving turkey to the upcoming family feast. Every year, Uncle Junior will put his turkey in the oven at precisely 2:42 a.m., as he had done for years. No one had a clue as to why he had put the turkey in the oven at that time, but you know your boy Michael. He joked and said that that was the exact time that Aunt Thea had caught him with Sister Ruth Jones. The night before Thanksgiving, about 20-some years ago, Aunt Thea gave Uncle Junior and Sister Ruth Jones black eyes and busted lips, and he wasn't going to ever forget that moment. Aunt Thea opened up a can of whoop ass on him and Sister Ruth Jones. The morning after the abduction of Russell, which was Thanksgiving, a camera team showed up to the house, and Uncle Junior adamantly wanted the interview done in front of one of the accent walls. You know, one of them accent walls folks have in their home, and had nothing but recent pictures of Russell, as they were going to be sent out as Christmas cards that year. The reporter, Melissa, began by talking about the meaning of Thanksgiving and what tragic event had struck the family. She gave a description of the vehicle, the tag number, and repeatedly gave the description of Russell and what he was wearing. Melissa asked Uncle Junior to tell the television audience his story and to make a plea to the abductors. She then put the microphone up to Uncle Junior's mouth. There was an eerie silence before Uncle Junior began to speak. But with what happened next, the family all thanked God immediately that none of them were on camera with him in the same breath, and prayed that their name would be removed, especially their last name. They don't want to be seen. Well, folks, I'm going to end there, because y'all ain't going to believe what happened to Russell. So I'm going to leave you with that, because I'm going to just sit back and relax and stay tuned, because this is about to get real serious. Good night.